Ladies and gentlemen, grab your tea and get ready for Tea Talk, where the topics are real, relevant, and relaxing. Here's Lady O. It's Tea Talk time.
Thank you, Tracy. Hi, guys. Welcome to Tea Talk. I'm so happy to have you today as we are getting ready for Christmas. In the month of December, we're all festive up here. As you can see, I'm blinking. I'm live. But just trying to put on a little something to be decorative. Uh, I have, been a kindergarten teacher and working with kids, and you always have these little things. Like I said, I always have my jingle bell just to kind of get in the quote unquote spirit. But I want to talk to you today about a subject. And so grab all of your friends. This is Facebook. And we always talk about how many friends we have. Tell your friends to sign in because we're going to be talking about friendship. In the month of December, a lot of times we don't have someone to have Christmas with, but we always have friends. And I remember my mom was a single mother many, many years. And I never thought about the fact that we didn't have anybody to spend Christmas with because my mother had so many friends. So we're going to talk about friendship. The fun part, you're going to get to meet some of our friends. I have one of my friends from when I was in high school that was in Bishop at our wedding. So she's going to come on and you're going to get to meet her. And there are some of the other ladies here, some of our ladies that lead the show with me. They have their friends here. We're going to be talking about questions. So if you have any questions about friendship, if you have any stories you want to tell real quickly, or just give a shout out to your special friend, why don't you do that now? And sometimes we forget to tell our friends how special they are to us. We get so busy and we just take them for granted. So since this is Friendship Day at Christmas, why don't you tell them that I'm thinking about you at Christmas and want you to know how special I am, and put her name on there or something. So I want to give a shout out to whatever it is, okay? Whoever she is. And they would really probably lighten up their day. We send Christmas cards and all those things, but wouldn't it be great for them to see you announce their name on Facebook Live for the world to know that's my friend? Well, listen, as every week I've told you, I'm going to share with you one of my collections. And last week we started off with Santa because that was easiest to put together. And I had all of them right there. But I want to talk about one of my favorite, what do you call them? Collections. And I've been collecting for a long time. So this is not something I go out and buy a lot of money with every year. But little tip on that. Every year toward the end of Christmas, now you need to go before the last day, okay? But they'll start putting their things on 50% off. Go buy it then because you'll get the good stuff, not the leftovers. It's junk. I bought junk before and I'm like, why did I buy this? It was 75% off. They couldn't even give this to me. It's horrible. But you want to just take advantage of a good sale. Well, I don't do that anymore. But over the years, I have done that, and I've collected a lot of things, and a lot of them very special to me. On my tree, my ornaments all have a story behind them, and I have so many. But God has just been so good to me. And even in the difficult times, I still have ornaments on that remind me of those times. Like the year when my mother went to heaven, I have an ornament on there that I put on that year, and when my children all left the house. Then my last little birdie flew the coop. I put an empty nest on my tree because I was crying all the time. I have to tell you about that because my place setting goes along with my empty nester year when I had a lot of tears because I wasn't going to have any more kids in the house that spent the night there. And that was not normal for me. So it was a change and a challenge. Oh, and there was an ornament I put on last week too that from last year. I found an ornament that had 2 rolls of toilet paper. And I put that on there because of the pandemic, people are looking for toilet. So, and it was a snowman made of the toilet paper. So it just reminded me of the pandemic. I'll always have that and remember the time when, it was really a shortage of toilet paper. Okay, listen. So my things today I'm going to be talking about is my nativity scenes. Now, this is one of the ornaments that I have on my tree, and it's the black nativity. And I bought this. It is breakable, so I'm always fearful. And every year I put it on and make sure I wrap the thing around a couple of times. But this is something I probably will never be able to find again. But it's one of my favorite ornaments. And then when you look back here, I have so many nativity scenes, but this is one that my grandkids love because they love to push the little thing here. It says away in the manger. You can see it's got all of the figurines. So it plays all of the different Christmas carols that are, religious Christian carols. And then this one I got when we went to Kenya. This is made out of a special rock in the earth there. It's very heavy and it will break, but it says made in Kenya. And so it's got the three pieces, the nativity set, and of course, it's Mary and Joseph. No, Mary and Joseph, okay, and the baby Jesus. So I've got tons of things back here. I wanted you to really see this one. I may have to move my camera a little bit more because, I'm preaching a message about the Magi. And so I have a special, I don't know if you can see them right back there in the back. They're beautiful. They got all kind of ornaments and jewels on them. They are gorgeous. And then this is my angel here that I have a big angel. It's like Mary and Joseph that have wings on it. And then this is my very special one this one, my mom was hers. Now she had someone, it was not expensive, right? But it's very, very sentimental to me. So everybody got a piece of the nativity scene. I got Joseph and I got baby Jesus somewhere over here. No, that was an angel. I thought it was baby Jesus. But anyway, this right here, I don't know if anybody remembers these, but these were Sarah's attic. Okay, you have to go way back to remember these. These are all numbered, and the lower your number, like if it's 1 or 2, the more expensive it is. So this was a selected time of that they made it. I forgot what you call it, but they will never make them again. So this is Joseph, and it's just so ornate. Okay, and then I've got baby Jesus and the nativity. So I don't know if you can see it that good, but it is so beautiful. Little baby. And of course, here is Mary, and she's kneeling. So I've got several nativity scenes, and these just are a couple of them. And of course, the angels here. I've got a collection of angels that my daughter gave me that are so ornate. I won't even put them on the tree, but there are about 12 of them. And they are just gorgeous. They're black angels, and they are beautiful. They're not like kind of weird looking. And I don't know if you can see this one's going up to give praises to God. I don't know if you can see that or not. But anyway, the writing over there is a candle that says, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace and goodwill toward all men." So that's in the middle of it. It's Luke 2:14. So that's my collection I'll share with you today. Okay. And so that's that. And there's more back there I can't even show you. The church scene and all the angels that go with them. But I do set them up. And my grandkids are all in amazement when they come and see those scenes. And I can tell them the story about which ones and where I got them from. And this is their great-grandmother's from hers when she had her nativity scene. But I love collections, but I don't spend a lot of money on them. I get them half price, and I only get them like at the end of the year. I usually would get, over the years, I would usually get 2 or 3 pieces, and they're half price off. I don't buy them full price unless it's something that you really want. Now I'm gonna tell you, if you find something you really, really, really like, and I did that with the ice skating rink, and it was not on sale, and I kept, each year would go by and I would miss it. So that next year I just bought it because I wanted it. So I have a collection of ice skating things too, and they're broken down because my grandkids want to pick them up and play with them when they see them moving. All right, so that's enough of that. Welcome again to Tea Talk. As with the subject today is going to be about friends. And I tell you, it's one thing to have family, but my mother had some of the best friends in the world. And I got that from her, of value and friendship. But I didn't do it as well as she did. I mean, my mom, when she passed away, I mean, I remember friends that she had that were in our life as little children. and doing Christmases with them. So Santa would leave our toys at their house accidentally. They had been shopping together, whatever you want to say. But those friends were with her when she went on to be with the Lord. All her friends were with her. And she had sent everybody, all the family away, and they wanted to come visit. And that was the time she decided to check out in the midst of her friends. And the ones that are alive, still keep in touch with us. And they'll be a part of our family forever. So friends are, sometimes friends are better than family. And I get an amen in the chat room. Sometimes friends will stick by you better than your own blood. And sometimes you can trust a friend better than your own blood. So to me, and we'll talk about my friend later, she comes on. So what I want to do next, says Flair says Cracker Barrel used to have beautiful angels. I love Cracker Barrel. I'm gonna tell you about Cracker Barrel when I do my place setting, because Cracker Barrel is a great place to get unique things. I love that place. So if you have any other places too where people can get good things for Christmas that are not so expensive. Used to be able to get mine at Dillard's and Foley's. They were very expensive. Now I think the Magi, I think they came from Dillard's, and they would have these big things every year, but they were expensive. But I found them on sale one time and I got them. So Amazon has some too, Tracy says. All right. Tisha says, I have only a few family members in Texas. So my friends and my family, amen to that. All my friends, my family was from East Texas. So we moved here. We didn't know anybody, but one of my friends, Deborah, was here. And other than that, I don't think we knew anybody else. So she is not on here today. I couldn't have all of them, but but I wanted to have her on too, because she and I have been friends since high school too, and she knows Jennifer as well. We've all been friends. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to our friends. I want to production team, why don't you all come on? Let's talk about friends. First of all, what is a friend? We use that word so loosely, especially with Facebook. I got 1,000 friends. No, you don't. These are not friends. These are fake people who pretending to be your friend to make you feel like you've got a lot of friends, but you really don't. So Shelly, you want to talk to us? What do you think friend is? What could be a definition?
A definition, I think, of a friend is a person that you trust,
okay,
a person that is loyal to you, and someone that genuinely cares about you and your welfare.
Oh, that's good. Definitely. What about you, Deborah?
Yes, a friend is someone who is not judgmental and that is very loyal. And you can call them at any moment, no matter what time of day. That's a friend. And the friend will tell you the truth.
Okay. All right. Was that like a little sound effect? I said, amen. Amen. Deborah she was working the naked and the song came on. Okay. All right. All right. And so someone have characteristics of friendships, of friends. Is that yours, Shelly? I see something there being shared.
Yes, it just says they tell you the hard truths, things that you might not want to hear, but you need to hear. And they accept you for who you are. They are very loyal people, like Deborah just said. And then they genuinely, like Tracy, we were talking about this, they genuinely celebrate your successes.
Oh my goodness. Oh, they're not a hater. And we have a lot of pretend friends, and really they're haters. Tracy, what do you think about that? You ever had any haters?
Well, yeah, I agree with that totally, because a friend wants to see you succeed. They don't want to hate and get upset when you get a little bit above, or your salary gets a little bit more, your degrees get a little bit more. A friend is there to hold your hand through the ups, the downs, the trials, the tribulations, the celebrations, the marriages, the divorces. They are all purpose.
Yeah. And they don't get jealous of you. I have a friend who has a lot of money, and when we talk on the phone, she told me the other week, she said, I'm just sitting here trying to figure out how to spend all this money. And I'm like, girl, you go. I said, because you're my friend. I said, I'm so happy to have a friend who has a lot of money. I said, one day maybe I'll be there too, but I'm just happy for her that God has gifted her on how to make money and that she has that. So, I'm not hating on her. Some people can say, well, I don't want to talk to her. She thinks she's rich. She thinks she's better. That's not a friend. That's a hater.
Yeah.
Flair, what do you think?
I think most of my friends, the close ones, the few that I have, we've been friends over the years. And no matter if we talk every day or if we talk every year, I talk to, once every now and then. But when I call them, they're there. When I call them, it's not, well, you didn't call me, I didn't call you, anything like that. So I think that's a good friend too. And I can talk to them and they understand and I understand them.
Exactly. I can really resonate with that because I don't have a lot of time to be on the phone, yang every day. I don't have a lot of time to rip and run with a friend, we hanging out because I'm married and I have the kind of career that takes a lot of my time when we have a big family of friends and there's always something going on, happy or sad, there's so much going on in the body of, the church that I don't have a lot of times to give to what I call a needy friend. The needy friend is like, you don't call me. Why you ain't call me? And you didn't come to my birthday party and you didn't this. A friend understands that if you could, you would. And they don't nitpick. Now, there are some times, now we're going to talk about this in a minute, that there's some of the friends just don't seem to care about things that you're doing. And that's not right. Right? Anybody have a friend that sometimes the friendship is not equitable? Like I'm always doing and giving and going and supporting and they never come and support me or never. And it's not like you want tit for tat, but it's like, surely they could find some time to come.
Yeah.
What you think?
You like that sometime too. You don't want to keep giving and they're not giving. I don't think that's fair. It's not fair.
Right. I think they can drain you too. You just,
yes.
And they just suck the life out of it if you allow it.
Well, I think everybody wants to be appreciated. And so I know there have been times when, of course I have a busy schedule, but if my friend is doing something, I really try to look and see, can I possibly go? Or can I possibly send something or do something? And if I can, I do. And even sometimes when it is a strain or not comfortable, you make that sacrifice. I guess we could add that to the list. Friends make sacrifices to be there. Sometime. And you've got that person always wanting you to sacrifice and they never sacrifice. And then pretty soon they're not going to be a friend.
A friend anymore.
That's right.
D-friend. D-friend.
Okay. Like you said, ghost them.
Ghost them.
Block.
Y'all got the message. Y'all got the message because sometimes you just have to do that.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, let's talk about some of our friends here. We have some of them that you've invited, and my friend Jennifer, I'm gonna let her go last. We're having a little bit of a technical difficulty, but she'll be on in a minute. So let's see who has the first friend that wants to go first and tell us who your friend is that you've invited today.
I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead, Shelly.
Okay, my dear friend Miss Tanisha Turner. Tanisha and I have been friends for 20 plus years.
Wow.
We joined the same church years ago, New Mount Calvary on the northeast side of Houston.
Okay.
And Tanisha and I just took to each other. My children were little then. They were 5 and 6 or 3 and 4, somewhere between that age. And we just hit it off immediately. She was so kind to me and so kind to the children. And we just hit it off and we've been friends ever since. One thing that I want to say about Tanisha, she was in the delivery room when I had my son, Joshua.
That's close. Now that's real close.
That's
Because
real
you can
close.
get ugly and have all this stuff going on.
She was right there. She held my hand through it, and just through the good times and bad times. When I graduated from with my graduate degree, my master's degree, she was there at my party. She's just always been so supportive, and I've been supportive of her as well. And I just love her, so that's why I wanted her to come on today.
Now, Tanisha, tell us about Shelly. What kind of friend is she? You can come and you can tell us.
She is a wonderful friend.
I know.
I tell you, the definition of friendship is the trusting one another, being there and supporting one another, kindness, helpfulness, encouraging. She's all of that and above.
Oh, wow.
She's amazing.
Oh,
Just
thank
amazing.
Yeah. Wow. That's it. Well, you got some good ones on there too. We got to add all of those to the group.
Yes, yes.
Wow. Well, thank you for joining us, Tanisha. We're going to be asking some questions and having more time to share, in some of the things that we'll be talking about. So just, jump in when you want to share something. All right. Let's see. Who next has a friend today?
I have my friend Lady O,
Okay.
Cheryl Benefiel,
Uh-huh.
and we've been friends for 45 years.
Ooh.
We met at church, and her little girl, her grown daughter now, she was actually the flower girl at my wedding.
Oh,
And
wow.
Cheryl is one of those ride or die friends. And
Wow.
she is always so supportive of me, non-judgmental. I mean, she accepts me in my craziness. And
We all have it.
yes, and when I'm in need she's there. And it doesn't matter what time of day, and she'll come. She lives in Clear Lake, but she will come make her way to the north side,
Wow.
for her friend. She's a
Wow.
wonderful person.
Wow. That's great. All right, Cheryl, tell us. Come on. Tell us all about this friendship.
Wow, Deborah. Listen, as Deborah said, we met about 45 years ago. I love her dearly. We have gone through so much together. We've gone through marriages, divorces, children cutting up, acting up. And she's just always there. She's a true friend, one that is not judgmental, one that will do anything for you. I can call her any time of day or night, and we talk often, but I know when she wants to talk and she knows when I want to talk. She's just that kind of a friend. So I can just tell you that I wish that everyone could have a friend as genuine as Deborah Frederick.
Wow.
And just to let you know, I just love her dearly.
Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, great. And y'all be thinking about a favorite memory you want to share about a time that y'all did something together that was fun and memorable. I don't want to put you on the spot right now, but we'll come back around to you again. Let's see our next friend that's on today. Whose friend is this?
Hello, Lady O. I have Margie Blunt with me today.
Okay.
My
Hi,
good friend. We actually met in a school district. I went back to school to get my principal certification, so I needed to do an internship. And the principal put me with one AP, and AP just, I guess she wasn't feeling me, so she kind of Margie took me and wrapped me and mentored me and advised me, and we have been friends ever since. So we've been friends, I guess, about 12 years or so. And I remember when I went back to school for my counseling certification, she helped me again. So we talk about friends who want to see you win. She's done nothing but help me win. So I really appreciate her for just being there. She's kind. She gives me advice, whether I want to, whether it's advice I'm like, okay, I want to hear it, or friends tell you the truth, and she tells me the truth.
All right.
Even if I say, well, I'm not feeling it right now, eventually I say, Margie was right. We look out for each other. We don't talk every single day, but we understand that we both are busy people. And when we do talk, we enjoy it, we cherish it, and we'll say, girl, I'll talk to you a little bit later. We don't know when that is. But we get it and we understand each other.
Wow.
I might be a day late on that birthday, but she knows Tracy got me. So I appreciate her not. Sometimes people hold you to so many different things, and
Yes.
I can't.
Yes.
It makes it, and she makes being a friend so easy.
Mm-hmm.
She just does, and I love her so. I don't have family here in Houston, so she is my sister. And I
Amen.
just appreciate her being kind and just being a sister to me. And I know sometimes I could be a little difficult sometimes, but I appreciate her just loving me as I am.
Wow. I love that. I mean, just to say she's always there for you, even though you don't speak every day, not judgmental. I mean, and I'm missing birthdays. I'm really bad for that. I don't know if I even have made any of my friends' birthdays. I did go to a party. I'll talk about one of those early well, I'll tell you about my friends in a minute. But Marjorie, let's talk about Miss Tracy here. What kind of friend is she?
Tracy is that friend that when I've lost loved ones and family or had a triumphant event in my life, she's been there through those low moments, those moments that we celebrated together. I watched her son grow up. She's watched my first grandchild come into the world. So she's that friend. She's that tech friend too, because I'm not tech savvy, and I can always count on Tracy for those things. But more than anything, when somebody throw you away, because we both had been thrown to the side.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And it was when we joined together. So, sometimes it's great to be thrown away because then you truly find that friendship.
You find the time. I need someone.
Yes.
Wow.
She's seen me at the moment when I've lost mom or I've lost two sisters since we've been together. And
oh my God. Wow.
you can't replace those things.
You cannot replace them.
You can't replace them.
Ooh, wow, y'all about to make me cry there.
She's someone that when my niece needed to go and have a consultation for college and I couldn't be there, I knew she was in good hands because she was with Tracy.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about your own child. You wouldn't have to worry about them coming to spend the night at their house, or if they went into that city, you knew, hey, I don't have to worry. Somebody's.
And I'm a single woman, and Tracy's a married woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell them all that Mike trusts that when I walk out that door with his wife, she's in good hands.
Exactly.
Because that sacred family is nothing you would do or even put her in the position to be uncomfortable. And I thank God that he trusts, not that it's not anything gonna go on with me, but
right.
That he treats me like a sister.
Yeah. And that's important. Mm-hmm. That's important when you marry a person and you're your best friend. We talked about this at some of our meetings. When you marry and you have a best friend, and even to the point that that's a bestie, like really, really close. Sometimes it's hard to let the other person go, that part of them go. But when you're a best friend, you know how to move over and make that room that's needed for your friend's spouse. Because I know we had a situation once where, and I want to ask you a question about this. Do you think, let me ask this first of all. Do you think that when you have a best friend that you're really, really close with and you get married, who should come first, or how should that look when you are married? Would you tell your husband, look, this is my friend, you're going to have to accept him? Or how would you make that relationship not compromise the marriage or the relationship with the friends, but enhance it? Who wants to answer that? Anybody can answer that.
Well, I have, when I got married, I had single friends. But they understood that I'm married now, and we didn't do the same things, but we didn't forget about each other.
Right. Yeah.
You know, they knew if I was doing something with my husband, they knew if we were having family time or whatever, they understood that. We had no issues with that. And then once I divorced, I had a married friend, and she and I just knew when you call me and say, hey, let's get together, we get together. So we didn't cross any boundaries like that, you know, knowing each other had different lives.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's a good thing you just said. Don't cross the boundaries. When you are best friends, the Bible says that that man and that woman are one, but you still have that best friend thing where you're not so needy that you're going to have to jeopardize that person's marriage. I had a situation once where this young lady, and she couldn't get it. I mean, she could not let go of the friendship. She still wanted to call her friend every morning. And if you're married, you cannot call your friend every morning. You know, you really can't, not unless you've got a thing where, like, on the way to work, you know, you're talking to each other on the phone. But if, you know, when they get up in the morning and you're calling and saying, hey, what you doing? Oh, I'm laying here next to my husband. Okay. That's a boundary. Because it's like you're the lover. You're saying, good morning, my love. No. You need to respect that person's time. And if they are still in the bed, you should not be calling. That's too early. Or even at night when they're having dinner or whatever, family time, you should not be calling. So I know that's hard for some people, but people in the chat, let me know what you think about that. Have you ever had a situation where you had to check your best friend because they were wanting you to still be that same person? You can't go out, and usually it's the men. Y'all know Pastor was a part of the Omega Psi Phi, and so, you know, they ran together, they partied together, they hung out together. So when he got married, they still wanted him to hang and run, and I'm like, no, it's not fixing to happen here. It's either me or the Q's, okay? So, but yeah, just put your comments in there if you've ever had anything like that. Okay. So did y'all have any comment on that, or about friendship and going over the boundaries? Anybody ever had a chance where somebody went over the boundary, even if you went over the boundaries and that person had to put you back in check and you were okay, and you apologize for it, you realize that it was, shouldn't have done that. But anybody want to share?
No, I haven't really had any problems with, when I was married, with my friends crossing the boundaries, as Flair said. They just knew, and that was once a year that there was a group of us women that would get together, and most of them were single, but we get together once a year. And my husband would, go out, because I'd have it at my house. He'd go out and spend time until we were done, but it was never a problem because husband comes first. That's what
you can't stay out all night long, or like I had one friend that said she and her friend, I'm gonna pick on you, Flair. You didn't say this, but I'm gonna pick on you because it was New Orleans. It was the Essence conference, and I never went to an Essence festival. You know what I'm talking about?
Every July,
every year. And so this lady called and asked me. She said, well, my husband's saying I can't go to and we've gone every year. Me and my friends have gone every year. And I didn't realize I didn't even know what it was, really, because I've never been. They said, oh, no, that's a big thing. And girlfriends, that's a lot of girlfriends, they get together at that time. So what would you do if your husband said you can't go to the Essence Festival?
Am I to be honest?
Yeah, be honest. Be honest about this. Because this was serious.
Okay, first of all, I would have asked him a long time ago before that. And we probably would have had the discussion. And hopefully he would have understood that, okay, I'm spending time with you, but I still get to spend time with my friends, right? So I would hope that he would have understood that. But if he said no, I guess I would have not been able to go. My mom would have probably told me, Flair, don't go. So
you know what, I have to agree. But the beautiful thing is, Mike is typically, honey, if that's what you want to do, that's usually his answer. That's what you want to do. But if he said that he didn't want me to go, or he wanted me to stay home, because he's that type of person, want to see me happy, want to see me with friends, I would think there must be a really good reason why he wants me to stay.
Yeah.
So I would take that into consideration
Yeah.
for that very reason, because typically he's like, honey, go have fun with your friends. Come back and tell me all about it. So that's typically his answer. So if he said it, I would honor that.
Yeah. Well, it's just one of those things. Like I said, I've never been, but I've been invited to go a couple of times since then. And so it's just the girls just get together and they hang out. But also, there was a movie on one time where the girls, I forgot what the name of it was. But anyway, the girlfriends, they went to the Essence Festival. Some of the stuff they did there, I was like, whoa, maybe that's why they don't want to go to that. It was a little wild, But anyway, I want to go ahead and talk about my friend. I don't think she got on yet. Were you able to get her on, Johnny? Jennifer? Well, I'm going to talk about her anyway. Bless her heart. Something happened to her computer and she couldn't get on. So I'm really upset about that. But let me tell you about Jennifer. I don't have a lot of friends that I grew up with. My mother kept me very sheltered. So there were not very many friends that I had that would come over and do whatever. So I just had a few. And Jennifer was my high school friend, best friend. And we tried out for the drill team together. We both made it. I was praying like, Lord, let me make it. Lord, let her make it. What if I make it? She doesn't make it. But we were very supportive. We practiced together and we lived in the neighborhood together. So all the things that we talk about, the party where my husband and I met, she was there at the party, everything. She was at my wedding. And so the thing that I like about Jennifer and all my friends, I don't talk to my friends very much. I talk to Jennifer very, very rarely. When we moved from Dallas to Houston, I really lost connection with all my friends because I didn't have phone numbers. We didn't have cell phones and so forth. So when we would see each other, it would be at special occasions. But the thing about a true friend, it doesn't matter if you haven't seen them in a year or two. You just pick up talking like you never missed a beat. And so that's the way she and I do. She's not needy and I'm not needy, but we both text when the Cowboys are playing. When she had her big birthday party, of course, I made sure that I was there. And big things like that, I make sure, even though I'm very, very busy, those are things you just have to say. I'm going to make that. So I would be willing to say she probably would say the same about me, that we don't talk to each other that much, but we both love the Lord. The thing about Jennifer and I was so different. She wasn't dating in high school, I don't believe. So I didn't ever get to really see her boyfriends and kind of give my opinion, but she knew, us since before we started dating. She knew us individually and then as a couple, and was in our wedding. I have 4 children. She didn't have any children. So I don't know, and I didn't even know that because we kind of separated. When she went to one college, I went to another one. But that kindred spirit, no matter what we did, even if she was single and it was the other way around, I would still be her friend forever. And I'm sure she would still be my friend. I do have some pictures. Pastor Johnny, did she come on yet? Okay. I can't see if she came on or not. But anyway, Johnny, why don't you show some of the pictures then until we can, she may be able to come in, but show the pictures. And if not, I'll get her on the phone so you can hear her voice. Can you share some? Jennifer? Hello? Okay. Johnny, go ahead and share the pictures and I'll get her on the phone so they can hear. Because I do want to know what she has to say about me. You shared it, Johnny? You had him earlier. Is he still there? Johnny?
I think it was trying to help them all get in, but
I know he was working so hard to get her in,
hard,
but I don't know if it's gonna work. So we'll just go ahead and do the phone today, and I'll have to have her on another day where you can see her face. But you can show the pictures, Johnny, and that show she and I had a big milestone not too long ago. So I was at her party. She came to mine. People who came to my party were able to see her. She did come down. My other friend, Delana, who I've known since I was in elementary school, I did go to her party, but she was having back surgery when I was having mine. But I've connected with them, and I have another friend, Deborah, that's here. I told you that was here when we first moved to Houston. She's still here in the city and has come to the church, and she's on the phone roster, so she gets all of our information. So I do have some friends that are from childhood, and I want to be a better friend than I have been. So I'm trying to keep up more. All right. Let's see. So Johnny, if you go ahead and show that, I don't know if you can or not, but I'm going to get her on the phone so she can at least say hello. I just had her a minute ago. Hold on. Let's see. There she is. Hold on a minute, y'all. Sorry. Oh, I have to do call. Okay. Let me see. So I wanted y'all to share something. Jennifer? Yeah, hello. Are you on? Okay, well, turn your computer down and then I'm gonna let you talk from the phone, okay? Okay. Give me a lot of country. Let me get this down. I'm in church earlier. Okay. So is that better? That's better. Say hello to my friends on T-Talk. Hello, friends on T-Talk.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hello,
I
Jennifer.
told them all about you, so I said you might want to tell them a little bit about me. I said because you've known me and my husband since we were before dating. So you want to tell them anything about a friendship with me? I told them we don't see each other that often, but we're always going to be friends. You just pick up where you left off. That's right. And hello, ladies. I am so sorry that I had technical difficulties that I could not be on with you. But Evelyn and I have been friends since 1969. That's when we met. Our sophomore year in high school. We met down the hill where the bus stop would pick us up in the morning. So I had been in the community, my family and I, for about 2 years, and then Evelyn and her family moved in. And we had such a good friendship. I got on the end of her telling you about our friendship and how we didn't see each other a lot, but we always kept up with one another. She had family connections with my family in Houston. So I kept up with her through that. And everything was going real good when we met and everything. Then along came Bishop John Ogletree. And he and my friend started dating. And that was a good thing. And like she said, I didn't date a lot in high school. I dated a couple of young guys, but nothing serious. And I want to tell you about a song. Things got pretty serious. And this song came out by The Temptations. And Eddie Kendricks was on lead on that song. And it was called Just My Imagination Running Away With Me. And I don't know how it happened, but Pastor John always had his bishop now. Always did every lunch period. Especially the ones that Evelyn and I had lunch. I mean, he was at all lunch period. So maybe he was skipping class. I don't know. But he was singing that song to her. And after he leaves, then she was singing the lyrics. So I just got to hear that song all the time. So that was their love song for them. And Evelyn always had a good friend. She's always had a kind spirit. And she was very loving, and she had a nice tone, but don't get it wrong, back in the day, she would set you straight if need be. But we had a lot of fun times together, and we graduated. She went to TWU. I stayed and went to community college. Then she transferred to UTA. Then I went off to East Texas State. Then after the wedding, she moved to Houston. So we kind of lost the connection, but we kept in contact. And just a friend for life. I love her dearly. And I'm so proud of her and how God has really used her in ministry along with this I love you more. I tell you, and that's just the way our friendship is. So we just pick up wherever we can and see each other when we can. But I have said that in my older age, I'm gonna be more interactive with my friends. And we have a big anniversary coming up next year. And I told her, not in 22, but in 23, Bishop and I would be married for 50 years. And that means our friendship would be more than 50 years because we were friends before I was married. So I'm hoping that she and her husband will come. That's a picture of me and Jennifer there in case you didn't get a chance to see it. But anyway, looks like my time is about up and we didn't get a chance to share it. What time is it? It's am I up? Oh, I got a few minutes. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was trying to make sure I think Jennifer told some stories about us and so forth. And I just want to get her to validate my story at the party because Bishop tells everybody that I was chasing after him at that party up the street. And Jennifer was there and knows the story that he was chasing after me and he was dating another girl. And next day after school, it was all over the news that he was chasing after me. Do you remember that, Jennifer? I just
Jennifer, it's Sunday, Jennifer. You need to tell the truth on the Lord's Day.
Get out of Bishop. This is T-Top. Get out of here. Look here. But yeah. He was dating another girl named Evelyn. Oh, she was hot when we got back to school that next day, right, Jennifer? Yeah,
remember we had math class together last period of the day. Yes.
Yes.
And you always sit over in the far corner, and I was sitting over on the other side with them because our schedules was like that, and then you came into class later.
Yeah, I did. So, I came on the campus later, but when I came on the campus, Bishop's head went, who is that? I know I'm taken, but I think I'm going to change my mind. But anybody, yeah. So any of you other friends want to share a special? Jennifer, can you hear if I hang up? Can you go ahead and hear on the line?
Yes, I can hear.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up now so I don't get the feedback. But let's hear some of the other stories from some of these other friends. Okay. All right. Love you. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. Did y'all find a story or something y'all want to share? A friendship story? Y'all can grip on it. Okay, Tracy.
Yeah, I have a story right before the pandemic. Margie's daughter wanted to throw a surprise birthday party for her. So my job was to keep her busy the day of the party. So and then bring her to the party was actually at my house. It was planned. It was at my house. So I had to try to keep her busy. And she's very time conscious. So she's looking at the time and she's wondering what's going on because I'm just talking about the same stuff over and over and over. She's a thinker, y'all. She's a thinker and she's very analytic. So she's like,
now I like this friend, but she got about to work a nerve. Okay.
Yeah. So why are we doing? I could tell she was wondering, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? I'm like, just go with the flow, Margie. But we were able to get her surprised. But you know what? I still think she knew because she kept wondering, what is she doing?
She knew something was up. I know I've been there to her. Like,
did you know anything?
She probably knew a little. Did you know a little bit, Marge? You knew something was up, right?
Well, she was acting so strange. We would go eat, then we would go get coffee, and we were just doing all over the place. And I'm thinking, she's more together than this.
This is not her.
And I also remember there would be times that Tracy would call me, and she will let me know as a friend if she needs to vent or if she needs my advice.
Okay.
And there, and as a friend, you need to know the difference.
Right, exactly.
And she'll say, now, Margie, I need your advice on this.
Okay.
And I can honestly say, between the two of us, we've never given each other advice that we wouldn't take ourselves. And that's important.
Yeah. And that's good to know the difference between whether a person wants to vent and instead of you trying to tell them what to do. I don't need you to fix it. I just need you to hear me out.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I just heard Jennifer say, which I didn't know. She said she's had a way of she could get you told. I didn't even remember doing that in high school. So I guess I've always been like that. Okay, let's see. Deborah, y'all have something you want to share?
I was asking Cheryl if she remembers something she could pull up on me, but
okay.
Well, Deborah,
go ahead.
I was thinking about something, and this is something that you've gone through ever since I can remember, and I'll share it with the group. Deborah's always been afraid of going over water, bridges.
Oh,
okay. And I remember we were going to a church. Deborah, I can't remember where it was, but I was driving, and we had to go over this bridge. It was kind of a wooden bridge, and this girl, if I tell you, I thought she was freaking out. There was no way to get around it. You had to go over the bridge. So finally, I just had to tell her, sit yourself over there, shut your eyes, and be quiet while we get over this bridge. And she's still like that. Deborah, you don't like to go over bridges,
I still don't. High bridges and water.
Well, if it was a wooden bridge, I can understand. I remember a wooden bridge when I went over as a little child, and I cried because a bridge was swinging backwards and forwards.
No, Lado, this bridge was very stable. This girl was just afraid of going over water. She's just afraid of going over water.
Okay. All right. Thanks for sharing. Okay, Shelley?
Yes.
Well, we can, Tanisha and I could probably, we were just chatting, we could share birthday memories. I had a birthday party and Tanisha came, she and her husband, and several of my other friends came, and it was such a celebratory time, and we enjoyed it so much. And then I remember Tanisha's 50th birthday party, and her family came from out of town. Tanisha, you have to tell where they came from, because I don't remember where all your brothers and sisters live.
Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from Columbus, Georgia originally, and we did it big. Say it like that. I had a long, beautiful gown that was made especially for me. Yeah. And it was a lot of great food.
And she looked so beautiful.
And we had a great time, I can say. But Shelley, that surprise birthday party for you was amazing.
Oh, yes, the one last year. Okay.
Yes, that was one of the best parties I've ever been to.
Oh, yeah, that was fun. Y'all really tricked me. I was so shocked. What they did, y'all, I had
what happened? I missed it because somebody asked me something. It was a wedding, a party?
It was a party. It was a birthday party. I told my friends, that's a planner. She plans parties. She plans events, that I wanted to have the party on a Saturday. Well, initially everything was set. And then when I called the lady that was going to teach us a dance, she said, I'm so sorry, I can't make it. I have a family emergency. And I was like, oh no, I told all my friends about the party and we can't have it. And I was a mess.
Oh yeah.
I was behind her back was the friend telling us to come on a different day. So we came on a different day. We were all there. She walks in and her face. Oh my gosh.
That was a good one.
Yeah. We got her good.
It's good you didn't say anything really bad to the lady.
I cried when I saw all of them there. I was just so shocked. I cried. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And I want to say one thing before we go. Like you said, friends, we don't talk every day, but when we do, it's like you pick up right where you left off. I love that.
Yeah.
And real friendship. And that's what happens.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things that's what happens. If you're a real friend, you just pick up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I when I was teaching elementary school and I was a counselor there, I had a group that was called a friendship group, because one of the biggest problems that children have is making friends. You wouldn't know that unless you were, in a counseling position, but I had tons of kids, and that was the biggest thing. They want to be liked. They want to have a friend. And making friends is not so easy, guys, for everybody. And keeping friends is even more difficult. So one of the things that I always tell them, well, if you want to have a friend, you need to be a friend. So the kind of person you want to be a friend to you, be that person to somebody else. Don't be needy. Just give away your friendship. Okay. And then if it gets to be one of those times where the person is just really not truly a friend, they're a sucker or whatever. I think somebody said that they just suck the life out of you and they never give anything back. Then there is some time when you need to kick a friend to the curb. And we talked about those. And one of them, if we can just give one word, what would make you kick a friend to the curb? Just give me one word. Tracy?
Betraying me. I mean,
betrayal. Okay, Deborah?
That was my word, betrayal.
Betrayal. That's mine too. Come on, who's next?
Lack of understanding.
Lack of understanding. Just bad communication, understanding. Shelly?
I would say being a moocher.
A moocher. Just
take
always
that
mooching off of you. Never giving anything back. Okay. Anybody else want to share one?
Total disrespect.
Totally disrespect. Oh my goodness. You gotta go. You gotta go. Anybody else?
Setting you up to fail, doing things to you, or putting you in a situation. Sabotage.
Yeah, just a sabotage. Yeah, those are all good. And mine, of course, is a needy person. But the biggest one, I think, is betrayal. I mean, if you're a friend and you're a really good friend, then you don't betray that friendship. That loyalty must be to you, okay, unless you're getting married or something like that. But don't betray. And if a person does betray the friendship, it is a reason to kick them to the curb, but it's not a reason to keep them there. Sometimes we all make mistakes as friends. We've done something we shouldn't have done. Sometimes we're in a group of friends. We may have said something about the other one that we really didn't think of it at the time as being bad. And then you think like, oh God, it got back to her that you said something about her. So there are many reasons why you can kick a friend to the curb. But if you can maintain that friendship, if you can restore that friendship, you need to forgive and you need to restore it. If it's a healthy friendship. If it's not, what did I tell y'all this morning?
Ghost them.
Keep going. Keep stepping. Yeah. Listen, my time is up. I thank you guys for sharing your friends with us today. And listen, you don't want to live this world without a friend. So get you a good friend, a couple of them. You're going to only have a few, but love them and be a friend and keep them for life. That's our time for now. I'll see you next week at 3 for Tea with Lady L. Bye-bye now.